You ever get so mad that you're shaking, like shaking in anger, and you just don't know how to get out of that funk and everything just keeps spiraling down? If you've ever done that, then this video is for you. So today we bowled in cold water for the cold water PBA event, and I'm still mad. Like I'm still. It's so hard to explain, but you get to a point where it's just like you get so mad that you almost just don't care anymore. That's where I was at today. I went from a level of, okay, this kind of sucks, to holy cow, I want to break something, to now I'm just completely shaking and I can't say anything because I'm so mad, to now all of a sudden you just don't care anymore and you turn into a robot and you just sit there looking like, nothing matters. That was me today. Going into practice yesterday in cold water, I felt great, like better than great. I threw the ball as good as I have in so long, and I felt like I was right back to where I was when I used to be good. We'll put it that way. A few years back, I used to make every cut for the most part. I used to give myself a chance. I was always within, a certain amount of pins of just about every show. For those couple of years, it was from 2014 to about 2016 before I started working at Turbo, or right when I took the job at Turbo. I was bowling as good as I ever have. I was in every cut, making match play every week, doing all the right things, making all the right decisions, drilling the right bowling balls, making all my spares, like everything was tip top. And yesterday during practice, I felt like that again. And then today happened. You come out and you can't settle in. You can't get your feet to do the right thing. You can't get your hand to do the right thing. Your mind is all over the place. You're thinking about a million other different things at the same time. And it's impossible. But for somehow, I was able to get to 40 over after 4. Don't ask me how. Now, granted, that was a bad score early on because the scores were pretty high early on. I think 40 over, I was 17th in the squad, and there's only 32 bowlers. But either way, I was bowling that bad, and I was still 40 over. Manageable. I could then get my stuff together and bowl the rest of the last 4 games, bowl them good, get everything going the way I need to go, and move my way on up. No, that's not how it happened. I continued to struggle with my feet, which for me, every single time when I'm struggling or feeling like, one shot hangs up on my hand and the next shot falls off my hand, and it's just, I have no idea where the ball's going because I don't know whether it's going to hang up or fall off my hand or slip off. It's always a tempo thing. It's always a timing thing. And for me, today, it was no different. I tried everything I could think of, and some shots I could get to feel okay, but knowing what exactly it was that worked is the hard part. Getting into the groove is the hard part. You have to get yourself into some kind of a groove to get your tempo to be proper. And that's why it's so frustrating, is because we spend all this time practicing and bowling. I've been bowling for a month and a half nonstop now, bowling okay until today. So I practiced this whole time, and I should be able to just go into an event and everything should just click, right? Everything should just be fine because I've practiced it. My muscle memory is there. So what happens to make it to where all of a sudden you feel like, you're irrelevant and you don't know where the ball's going to go? Like, what in the world happens? I'm never going to understand that. And I get it. Like, it happens. It is what it is. You move on. It's probably the last time it'll happen, in this swing, hopefully. But it's just frustrating trying to deal with it. And I know a lot of people who are watching this can kind of relate to this as well. They've probably felt the same thing, where it's like one day you feel great, the next day all of a sudden you feel like, a monkey humping a football. Like, it's just, that's how it goes sometimes. And that's why it's so irritating. And I think my pride's kind of getting in the way now too, because I was at a point where I was making shows and I was making every cut. And now I'm at a point where I'm basically missing every cut. And I'm not used to that. And it's really, really frustrating. It's really irritating that to put in this kind of time and to not see the results that you want to see. That's what's the most frustrating thing. And then, to let your family down. You got a family sitting at home and they're watching and rooting you on. And Like, my wife won't even talk to me right now because she knows I bowled bad. So she's not going to message me and say anything, knowing that it could set me off and I could just be a complete jerk or whatever. But, you know, it's how it is. You get mad, you move on, and you try to figure it out the next time. But that's where I'm at. You know, I mean, the lanes played to my liking. The lanes played to my favor, and I still couldn't take advantage of it. I couldn't make it happen. You know, I like the shorter patterns. I like being able to play straight. I can get my hands straight up the back of the ball. It's what I'm really good at doing. But for some reason, today just fell apart, and I guess I just have to deal with it and move on. So if you've ever dealt with this and you know how this feels, go ahead and comment below. Let me know about your experience of dealing with this. How did you manage to get yourself out of that mental funk? Because like right now, I am mentally exhausted. I am mentally fried out. My confidence is at pretty much an all-time low after today. It'll be fine tomorrow. I know I'll wake up tomorrow or even later tonight. I'll hang out, do some interviews and stuff with some of the guys, and my confidence will be fine. I'll know it's just a fluke, or it's just, you know, one of those days, you know, just like that song goes. Mama said there'll be days like this, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But anyway, this was my my update for Coldwater. It's my rant, I guess you could say. But we'll see you guys later. Be on the lookout at the bowlerx.com page. Make sure you head over to bowlerx.com, their YouTube channel, and like and subscribe to their page. I've got some new videos coming out over there where I'm going to be doing. I just did an interview with Ryan Simonelli, and I will be following him tonight in C Squad to give him a chance to talk in between games about what he's seeing, how he's adjusting and all that. Try to give you guys a little bit of an inside look at what some of these guys go through out here on the tour. So pay attention to that. If you like this video, make sure to like it, comment below, and subscribe to this channel as well. But until next time, guys, we will see you later.